What's up? What's going on? It's episode 41 of Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and
Myke. It's me. I'm back.
All right.
Hey.
Welcome back. Oh, you're coming in kind of scratchy.
Yeah,
there.
I was going to say, what's up with that?
What's up? It's a gain. All
right.
But welcome back.
Oh, thanks, man. You know, I took some time, looked inside myself, tried to figure out what really was going on with me so I can be a better me, so I'm a better you for the listeners. No, I just missed last week.
You looked inside yourself?
I looked inside myself.
Like a tauntaun?
Well, I don't have my girlfriend walking in when I'm bent over and she can look inside me.
Yeah. Whoa, the throwback.
Well, yeah, that's called a callback. We do it in comedy a lot. And we're talking about Kermit's brown eye right out of the gate.
I kind of forgot about that.
Have you figured out any? I picture you and her play this game. Like, you know that game where you try to get people to look at you, you make the OK sign with your fingers?
Yeah.
And you try to get people to look at it?
Great, yeah.
I figure you do that, but you use your butthole instead of the OK. Like, she comes home from a hard day at work and she goes to make dinner. She opens up the top pantry. It's you've taken the shelves out and you're bent over in the pantry showing your butthole. In the pantry.
All right. Well, no, that doesn't happen. And no, we don't play games like that. That is disgusting.
I was just checking. I didn't know.
Yeah. So welcome back. You had car trouble?
Yeah.
You got screwed? Do you get a new car?
Yeah. Nope. Didn't get a new car.
You just put duct tape on it, the old car, fixed it?
It's got me this far.
Jesus.
No, man, that car has been through so much shit. It's ridiculous.
We all know.
And it was weird. It was like last Tuesday. I haven't seen you since Monday. We did the roast. We did the roast of Frankenstein over at the other bar.
Yeah, because you were supposed to do the show Tuesday.
Yeah,
you bailed.
Well, I didn't bail. I went. My kid's in Cub Scouts, and he was doing the trick-or-treating thing at the Cub Scouts. They do this thing called Trunk or Treat.
Oh, it's so silly.
Yeah, where they pop open trunk.
I saw that.
Really?
Yeah, and then people like decorate their trunks.
I figured you, being Hispanic, would enjoy that. I mean,
they're not selling speakers out their trunks. They're giving candy.
It's just one more stupid thing to do with a car. I figured you'd be all about it. Like, deck it out, put some...
But that's my father.
Yeah.
My father is that guy.
Yeah.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
No, I'm not that.
So, I went to do that with them, and then... I'd taken their mom had taken them in one car, and since it was kind of in the direction I was going, I just took the cruiser, and then when that was all over, I started heading towards your place and got about 2 miles from the Cub Scout man. Yeah, just cut out on me. I was like, what the hell? And then it started back up, and I was right there in downtown underneath 408. Like, it was a busy intersection, and I could feel that the car had started back up, but I could feel it wasn't 100%. And I was like, this is going to stall out again. And I'm telling you right now, I ran 2 red lights pulling a Yui to get back. But I did it. I ran those red lights, like doing that Yui, because I figured it was better for me to get someplace safe to pull it over off the road than to just leave it stalled in the intersection of, like, underpass of 408 and crap.
But you fixed it.
I did not fix it this time around.
Oh, so it's still out of commission.
Well, no, it's in commission. I do a lot of, like, mechanical work myself.
From YouTube?
YouTube's helped me out a lot, actually.
So you don't know what you're doing. But
but even before YouTube, I was able to put, like, change alternators, put water pumps in cars, check all the relays,
flux capacitors.
Change the windshield wiper fluid from time to time. Really beef that car up. But I had it towed because it needed to be, and I towed it to a mechanic who had done a fuel pump for me years ago.
I thought you were going to say, I got it towed to my garage.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got towed, and then I left a voicemail for the guy because it was like 3 a.m. by the time everything got situated. And I'm like, hey, look, blah, 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 left my car, did the key drop thing, and I was going out of town. I was booked in Springfield, Illinois for the weekend. So I'm like, no rush. If you can't get to it tomorrow, I'm not even going to be back in town till Monday. So, but the thing is, he didn't call me the next day. Usually you would expect like a mechanic to be like, hey, yeah, I got your car. Cool. We'll take a look at it. Didn't call me the next day. I traveled the next day. I didn't think about it. I went up to Springfield, Illinois. I was driving around. And then on like Saturday, I'm like, it's weird. I dropped my car off Tuesday night. Haven't heard anything. I just want to make sure, So I called the guy up. He's like, yeah, it's good to go. I'm like, what do you mean it's good to go? He's like, yeah, I need a blah, blah, blah sensor, crankshaft position sensor, blah, blah, blah. Threw that in. Good to go. $350. And here's where I stand on the PT Cruiser. Last year.
It's a PT Cruiser.
It's a PT Cruiser. Last year, another mechanic told me he's signing the bill of death. He's like, Myke, I'm not doing any work on this car. It had like 35 codes popping up whenever he plugged it in. He's like, this car is dead. It's done. It's never going to make it. It's time to move on. You got a couple of good years. You got like 5 good years out of it. Let it go. And I went home and I ordered an ECM, which is like the brain of a car. I ordered a used one, and I put that in myself, and the car started right back up. So I was like, ha, ha, ha. And I still took it to him for oil changes, just to kind of rub it in his face that he was, I felt like he was a doctor who gave me 6 months to live, and then I'm like, did another 35.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You beat the death.
I beat it. I beat it. And then, so when this happened, I took it to this other mechanic, and I was like, you know what? I know it's going to be like a fuel pump or something. On this particular car, you got to drop the gas tank, disconnect the fuel lines, go inside, blah, blah. It becomes a headache. And I'm like, if I got to put like anything, if I got to put $500 or more into this car running again, it's fucking done. And then I'm like, what am I into it for? When I'm on the phone with him, I'm like, oh, that's great. You got to fix what it's cost. He's like, $350. I'm like, you're right on that fence, dude. You're right on that fence where for $350 compared to, me, I got 2 paid off cars right now, and I like it. I like having 2 cars that are paid off. But at the same time, that $350 just goes, you know what? I'm not even going to find another. I'm not going to get into another car for less than $350.
So if it does this again, where it's shot, then you got to make another decision.
Take it outside. Well, you know what's going to happen with this car?
What?
I'm not going to get anything for it in trade-in. It's only got
you
like...
get maybe 1,000?
Yeah, maybe 1,000, but it's got like 112,000 miles on it, you know? It's fine for driving in the city. What I'm going to do is, like, I need to get a new car. I just hate the idea of going to a dealership and sitting there and negotiating and blah, blah, blah. I've never bought a new car for myself. And as much as
So trade that thing in and get a new car.
I don't know. What I'm thinking of doing is...
Get a lease.
Since I'm not going to get shit out of it, I might as well... I don't want to drive a lease because... Same reason I don't like driving rental cars. I'm so scared it's going to get crashed, and then I'm just going to owe all this money on something that I don't even have.
No, I thought if you something happens to it, they take care of you.
What?
In the lease part, yeah.
What? Like if I get a lease and that thing gets wrecked, I believe I'm still responsible. Me and my insurance are still responsible for 100% of that car.
Yeah, but you can still they fix it. You can still upgrade within the next year or whatever. You get a new car. Because that's how the lease works. You always...
But if I get a $25,000 car and the car gets totaled, I think that's on me and my insurance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, don't think of it like that. I mean,
that's how I think when I drive a rental car every fucking day.
That's why you got insurance on it.
So, yeah.
Well, it's funny. So your car's dying, and then you told me something funny. Not funny, shocking in the kitchen. You told me you almost died. And on your comedy. So what's going on?
Yeah,
I'm worried.
Yeah, I was up in Springfield, Illinois. I told you right before the move, when I moved back in May. So in early May, I had one of those wake up from a dead sleep, couldn't breathe, felt my chest tighten up, thought I was going to die. My eyes all went out of focus and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And we thought maybe it was just like that anxiety and stress of moving and everything else.
But it was because you're fat.
It could be because I'm fat. And then I started eating healthy after that. And then all of a sudden I slowly slipped back into, it was nothing. And then, I was up in Springfield, Illinois on stage, second show on a Friday night. And
stage.
Right in the middle of a bit, I felt like I was doing this act out for a bit.
Oh, Jesus.
And just my whole world. Like, once again, out-of-body experience. Couldn't breathe.
So this on tape?
What? Yeah.
Do you catch it? Can you notice oh shit, something's wrong?
Well, it happened at a part in my show where I'm doing an act out of talking about how my dad caught me the first time I was high, and I'm acting out being.
I know exactly, joke what you're talking about.
So luckily, when you look at I watched the video and the audience, the joke still hit. So even in the middle of a panic attack, anxiety attack, whatever else, the joke still worked. I just kicked that thing again. Is that thing?
The camera?
Yeah.
You kicked the tripod, not the camera. You're good.
But it should be fine.
It should be fine.
But, even in the middle of dying, I'm still I hope this joke goes over, And I look at the camera, and I'm like, oh, my God, because I know watching the video back, I'm like, something's not right with me. But at the same time, the audience was still into it. They were like, oh, yeah.
Yay, he's dying. No, that's not part of the bit.
That's not part of the bit. And, Springfield, Illinois was It was a good town, man. I got my first show Friday. I got a standing ovation, 120 people standing ovation on the first show.
Yeah, because they're standing over your dead body on the stage.
No, that was the second show.
Oh, okay.
And it's funny because Ken Miller was up there I think like 4 weeks ago. And he was like bragging about it on Facebook. He's like, man, 4 shows, 3 standing ovations, blah, 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 blah. And then I'm like, why didn't you get 4? He's like, well, one show only had 15 people at it. I'm like, oh, so you can get 150 people to stand, but you can't get 15 to stand up? Whatever. And I was just busting his balls. But like, I went up and got that standing ovation on the first show. So I texted him like, first show, standing ovation. And then the second show was only like 15 people.
Oh, no.
So I text him like, it was only 15 people. He's like, yeah, second show Friday's kind of light. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, I'll get him tomorrow night. Saturday show, first show, 30 people. Saturday second show, 16 people, and 4 of those were like the staff. Springfield is it's the capital of Illinois, but it's also a very small town.
Right.
And apparently the release of Bohemian Rhapsody was enough to take people away from going to the comedy club because movies opened up at the new movie opened at the theater. Plus, it was Halloween was on a Wednesday, right? So they have things going on up there. Like they do all those stupid like hayride shit and blah, blah, blah. And they had all those Halloween events going, including some parties right up. So it was actually kind of like...
Did you partake?
No, it wasn't. I was busy at a show for 30 people dying on stage, you know? Like,
man, you better take care of yourself.
Not comedically dying, because I don't do that, but like... physically dying.
No, you need to take care of yourself.
Yeah, well...
Because I don't want to change the name of the podcast, and I don't want to find another comedian named Myke.
It'd be quite easy to cut out my name and just put Jake with Kermit and Jake. It even has the same ring. I think you could keep the same Sanchez art. Nobody's going to fucking know the difference. You know? I don't know what's going on. He put that new Sanchez art he sent me over. It looks like I don't know. He shaved something into the side of my head. It's ridiculous.
No, that's your eyebrow. Then it's your hairline. Like
I don't have a hairline like you. Like you're going bald. I'm not.
I am not going bald.
You are. You're right. You've been bald.
All right. I'm not going bald.
No, you ain't going bald. But it does look like the hair at the front of your head and the hair at the back of your head had a fight, and they ain't talking.
No, it's not that bad.
You go over there, I'll go over here.
It's not that bad.
It's not that good either.
No.
Yeah.
I don't accept this.
Yeah. No. Well, most men don't accept male pattern baldness.
I only got.
You don't have to, because you can be. You can be not just the president, you can be a client.
Can we get off the topic of my damn hair? I don't appreciate this.
No, dude, you just brought up a near-death experience.
Who gives a fuck? My hair is more important.
Really?
Yes.
Really? You'd rather be dead than bald?
Yes.
Is what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying right now.
I'm with you. So, yeah, but it's funny because when I go on the road, I like to, especially if it's someplace I haven't been, I like to try and take in everything that goes on in that town, you know, because we get to work, we get to do comedy, we get to travel. But if you can get, a lot of times it's you fly in or you drive in, you do the hotel, you do the club, you do radio, then you're back to the hotel, then you get something to eat, then you're back at the club, and you barely ever get to see the town you're in. And this time around, it's like, oh man, I got some downtime on Saturday. I'm going to get up early. I'm going to take in everything Springfield, Illinois has to offer. I got out of the hotel at 9. I was done by 10:30. That was all Springfield, Illinois has to offer.
Wait, didn't you go to like where Abraham Lincoln
That's
busted
it.
Nut?
That's all they got, man. That's all they got. And I lucked out because
Where did you go to actually?
I went to the Lincoln House.
Okay.
And it's actually the Lincoln House and the 3 or 4 blocks around it.
What do you mean by Lincoln House? Like his house when he's growing up?
Not when he was growing up, because he was born in Kentucky.
Okay.
That was the whole log cabin days.
He didn't fight vampires? Shit like that?
I'm sure that's all true.
Okay.
Not covered in this portion of the history.
Okay, just want to make sure.
But he moved to Springfield, Illinois. That's where he began his law career and, made the run for presidency and everything else. And it's a state park around the Lincoln House. And it's only in the middle. Think of downtown Orlando. But then think of in the middle of downtown Orlando, you took like 3 blocks and just kept it all historic.
Okay.
So the Capitol, like the state Capitol is like half a mile away from the Lincoln House. But they actually have Lincoln's house. And since it's a state park, they have the park rangers. And they're dressed like the park ranger from like Yogi Bear. Like he's got the green hat.
Green hat.
They do, dude. What you expect if you're in the woods or in like a fucking, but you're in the middle of a city at Lincoln's house, and these people are still wearing the full on. And I lucked out because I got the guy. I think it was his last day.
Oh, great!
He didn't give a fuck, dude. He was awesome. He was like a drag queen, but not dressed like a drag queen.
What?
Because everything was very fabulous with him.
This is Abe's house. It's fabulous.
Do you know him? That's exactly him.
He had a top hat. It's really high. You should see what else is high.
He was doing such subtle. He was Jewish with these huge teeth that were so perfect. I thought they were fake for sure, you know. And he had like the Buddy Holly glasses on, and then his park ranger outfit. But this guy was the king of like subtle humor. And I was in a tour group of like 13, and I was dying. He had me busting out laughing. These people, it was like right over their heads.
Oh, he was.
We're like walking through the Lincoln house, and he's like, and this was the servants' quarters. And in those days, they paid their servants 25 cents a week. Now, for that time, that might not sound like a lot of money, or for today, that might not sound like a lot of money, but it was also not a lot of money then. And I'm just like dying. And then we're in the Lincoln's bedroom. And he's like, if you'll notice, the wallpaper is very busy pattern, and the comforter is a very busy pattern, and the rug is a very busy pattern. That's because the Lincolns, like most people that time, believed that different patterns put together resulted in unity. And he's like, Mr. Lincoln's wife also had incredible migraines, and no one could figure out why. And then he's like, did you notice we were in a 5-bedroom, 8-bathroom house? And everybody's like, no. I'm like, he's like, have you seen a bathroom yet? It's because we keep them here. And he slid out a pot from under the bed. And he's like, there's 8 of them throughout the house. He was. I want to get that job because I didn't appreciate him till I heard the other tour guides. The other tour guides were very, you know, in 18,
boring.
Yeah, very.
So he was
boring.
like the Universal Studios of tour guides.
Yes,
like the Jaws.
That's exactly what I was. Like. I want to take that job, and just like, this is the Lincoln bedroom. This is where they fucked.
Yeah.
Then if you look outside, that's the outhouse. That's where they pooped. Any questions? Cool.
You seen Abe's beard? Just see her beard. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool, man. Besides you almost dying, it sounded like you had a good time. You finally got out of your hotel and did something.
Yeah, I did. And then because of that
hour and a half.
Because of that scare on Friday night, I haven't had any soda.
Nice.
Fast food.
Nice.
Anything with cheese and any red meat. So
you're practically vegan now.
Yeah, I'm pretty much a lot of grilled chicken and salads.
Right okay.
Now, and bottles of water, and life is miserable.
It's not that bad.
It's horrible.
You need to do it, man. We've been bitching about this for a while.
I know.
Whatever.
But it sucks.
Look at your sad face.
Cheese is so good.
Yeah, we know. You're lazy moon.
Like when I was walking through Springfield, man.
You're looking for a lazy moon?
There was a pizza shop right next to Lincoln's house, like right outside the park. And I'm like, that's probably the pizza place where Lincoln had pizza. And I can't even go there.
They had pizza back then? I don't know, did they?
I'm sure.
I don't know if that was like...
I think when you're a business next to Lincoln's house, you have to play up that
the beard pizza.
This is where Lincoln came and ate pizza. Like there was a Best Buy. They're like, this is where Lincoln would come in and get his new iPad.
Like, oh, that was around then? Yeah, for sure.
Call me a liar? Honest Abe got all his savings here.
So
did you miss me? How'd it go last week?
It went well, man.
Really?
It was weird.
Before you go any further, I listened to it. So
what'd you think?
I listened to the first half.
You never listened to the podcast.
No, I got in the rental car and I hopped in. I started listening, and apparently you guys really got Joe Sensabella worked up over his sister.
Oh, he's such a pussy.
Oh, what happened?
Nothing. He's just a pussy.
Yeah, what you were talking about, like scary stories or something?
We're doing scary stories, and he somehow related it back to his sister, how his sister would troll him. Mm-hmm. And this is why he doesn't like his sister. It's a funny episode. It's more towards the end.
And then I saw he posted some comments like on your actual Facebook page about like you guys like he seemed legitimately upset that you brought up his sister, but he actually
He's the one that brought
it.
it up. I didn't bring it up. He's the one that brought it up. I was like, all right, whatever, dude. That was him.
Yeah.
I'm not the one that bring it up, so screw him.
So. But yeah, you guys talked about the roast. The roast was pretty good.
That's right. We didn't get to talk about the roast because, well, we talked about the roast, but we didn't talk about it from your perspective.
I thought you guys covered it pretty well. I think it went pretty well. I wish I had more time spent more time writing, but like I waited till the last minute to kind of put together the costume.
That's a hard roast, man, I think.
Nah, I think I could have got more. I waited till the last minute to get the costume because I was like, I got the sheet. Yeah. And then I cut it all up.
It came out good.
Yeah,
we put photos up on Instagram.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was happy with the way it came out. I wish I had more time to do like makeup properly or something. Yeah, I really didn't do much for that. But then I started. I remember I got done with everything I needed to do, and I looked down and I'm like, okay, I need to leave here at like 7:00. And I'm like, it's 5:00 now, so I'll go ahead and start tying these pieces of friggin' sheet on me, and I'll have like an hour to write.
Right.
And dude, I was late getting out the door and still had strips to be tied on. It took forever.
No, but I think the roast was awesome. I still haven't freaking edited the video, and I got to put that up.
Yeah,
I haven't had a chance to.
You're just gonna pick some of the best stuff and throw it up.
I was just gonna put the whole thing raw up there.
Yeah.
For the most part, I think there's only one kind of like downfall in the whole roast, but I mean, it's not that bad.
I think it's so much better if you just go through, take out the things that. Keep the stuff that hit and get rid of the other shit.
That's the thing, though. Like
it's more time.
No, like I was watching it, and like there's a part where Joe's just like dying, but it's funny because he's dying.
Kind of like when you were Robin on the Batman roast.
Worse, like that. So that's what I'm saying. So it's kind of like
but is it funny because it's funny to us, or is it funny as someone watching? If someone's watching, I imagine they just want to see the.
Yeah, I gotta rewatch
zing,
it.
Zing, zing,
because like Jake started off real strong off the gate, and then he kind of died at the end.
He just kind of petered out.
So I don't know. Well, I'll look at it and then I'll put it up, and that's pretty much it. But today's a special day.
It's my birthday.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
We voted.
We did vote, and I'm actually.
And look at you. I didn't realize you're so into this crap.
What, politics?
Yeah.
I'm really not.
But you are today. Since you got here, you've been watching the news and checking your phone.
Well, I'm just so
who's on red, who's on blue.
It's such
Bloods
a close,
and Crips.
Florida is a huge state. I mean, number one, I'm not a Democrat per se, but I do want to see the Democrats take the House back. I don't
think it's gonna happen, homie.
And then such close. I mean, you got the governor race, which is like right there, you know, and then you got what's his face.
What's his face?
Yeah.
Who's what's his face?
Well, I'm pulling him up. How are you not political? I guess that's why I'm asking.
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm political enough, ish.
Did you vote today?
Yeah, I voted.
Who'd you vote for?
Not Republicans. Yeah, I just pretty much voted for the what you call it.
Yeah, I don't think we got this one right now with 99% reporting. Rick Scott.
You see, I'm not a fan of Rick Scott. That's what it is.
He's at 50.4.
He's got in
Bill
the bag,
Nelson
man.
is at 49.
You know why? Because it's Nelson's face. Like they both look horrible. Like Rick Scott looks like a skeleton, but Nelson's face looks like a melting candle. Like it's all about appearance and Facebook. That's how I did my votes. I went Facebook and I based my votes on who's friends on my face.
You trust your friends?
I trust he got most of my friends on his Facebook. Dude, like one was weird. Which one? Look, I'm looking for it right now. Mm-hmm. Amendment. Where's the one with the freaking offshore drilling?
The drilling and the vaping?
Yeah, that would make no sense.
Which got passed? The ban.
Where the hell is it at?
It's like you can't be against offshore drilling and for vaping.
Vaping, yeah.
Which is kind of ridiculous because it's like, I'm against the offshore drilling.
Amendment 9.
Yeah, I'm against the offshore drilling. But I'm also, the vaping thing, I should care more. I guess, but I don't because I'll go down
fuck.
and I'll smack the vaporizer out of the dude's hand if it's really bothering me that bad. I can't do that. I can't go out to the ocean and like be like, "Hey, knock it off, guys," you know?
Yeah, prohibits offshore dwelling.
But they tag it together, I guess, so they're hoping that there's enough hipsters out there that love their vape pens so much that they're willing to sacrifice,
The oil drill.
our reefs.
That's a smart way of going about it. Like
Right.
just do that kind of deal. But yeah, that was it. Did it take long for you to vote? I was like in and out.
No, there
saw
was
the
no
stupid
real
lines.
line for me today.
Yeah, there's a bunch of lines.
Yeah, and then I went to Belle Isle City Hall, and it was funny because they had all the little stand-up ones, where you go stand up and vote.
Right.
And then they had, I guess, because they didn't have room, they put 2 of the units at where the city commissioners sit, like with the seal behind them. So I got to go sit back there. So I was sitting like the mayor's little seat doing my voting. And yeah, with the seal behind me in my seat. Yeah.
Well, that's it then. So we lost.
Did we lose?
Dude, we lost, man. I was looking at that.
Did we get the house back?
We ain't getting no damn house, man.
I don't know.
We ain't getting nothing. I don't even.
I think we did.
Nah, man. I don't think so.
Oh, well, that's what we get for being political. But what was the amendment? Oh, this is the one that I think is going to be a big game changer, and I think it got passed.
Which one? The
one-
dog racing?
No. Dog racing out by 2020.
Yep.
Yep.
No more dog
But
racing.
the one where it allows felons who have served their time and paid all their dues and got off probation, everything else, the right to vote again. And
But not the murderers or the people that diddle kids.
Not like major. Yeah, not like rape,
Sex
or,
offenders and
sex offenders and murderers. And I
you
think,
get no rights, you son of a bitches.
yeah, I think we're like I think they were saying like 46 other states already give felons the if you did your time and everything else, you get your right to vote
Right.
again. And I think especially when you see the races like this close, like both of these 50-50, basically 50-50. And then you look at it and you're always hearing, what's the majority of people in prisons in Florida? Would you say Caucasian Republicans? No, because white guys get away with fucking everything.
Glad you said it.
Yeah. So it's fucking it's minorities.
Yeah.
Right. So I think when you see races this close, like the thing that sucks is I would love to live in a state where the majority always votes the same way. That way, at least if you're different, you walk out and you go, okay, I live in a red state or I live in a blue state. But when you see these numbers this close, we're talking about like 1%. That means you walk out the door, you look at 2 people, and one of those guys is a fucking asshole. And when you're at 1%, and I think if you give felons or people who served their time, you shouldn't
Right.
even call them felons anymore, I guess. When people who served their time come out, paid their dues to society, everything else, and they get the right to vote, I think especially if it's a large number of minorities, you're not going to see these close races anymore. It's going to be, yeah.
But most of the time, minorities don't vote. I know so many Hispanics that didn't vote.
Really? And
Yeah.
that's why we're in. You know what?
All the Hispanic people I know.
And then the other reason I feel like Democrats are having problems pulling this one out is because they have so many third-party candidates. These people that, like we were talking before, some of these guys, like these front runners that are neck and neck, are like at 3-4 million votes apiece, right? And then you look at these other third-party people, and they're like, oh, they got 40,000 votes, they got 20,000 votes, they got 13,000 votes. So those votes were pretty much thrown away. Like, yeah, okay, you felt good voting for who you wanted, but your guy didn't have a fucking shot. All right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I sit.
It's a waste of a vote.
That's kind of where I sit. Like, I want to vote for some of these people because I'm like, yeah, I do agree with you. And I'm not really, a Democrat or Republican. I like to vote based on what I know about the person and their views and everything else. But at the same time, I'm sorry, if you're only going to get 13,000 votes, I got to go over to this side and be realistic and vote for the lesser of 2 evils.
You don't want to vote for the guy that's like fan of like Carrot Top or some shit like that? Like that was a third parties.
Yeah.
I was looking at their Facebook profiles.
Is that legitimately how you went voting? You went on everybody's Facebook and decided
Yeah.
if it's someone you liked? Jesus, what if they didn't have a Facebook?
Oh, then they definitely didn't get the vote. They fucked. do you mean you're not on Facebook? You better get on Instagram or something.
So if you're a candidate and you're out there listening, just know, according to Kermit Gonzalez, the large majority of Puerto Ricans simply vote based on your Facebook. So you need to really rock that. You're not even an Instagram guy.
I am not the only one, for the record. Because
really?
as soon as you type in their name, like you put Dean, boom, their name comes up, and then all their like whatever their name's tagged in and their Facebook is all in there. So I am not the only one else doing that. I'm just saying. But you looking at the damn vote again?
22 minutes ago, Democrats will win back House. Victories will give party a check on Trump. So, you know what? We might have lost our governor. Like, I don't think he's going to pull it out. I don't think Gillum's going to get it. He would have been the first black governor of Florida.
No, yeah, he didn't get that at all.
Yeah.
The chick got it, right? No, wait, wrong one.
No.
I'm thinking about the wrong one.
Yeah, you are.
I was thinking about the one we were watching on TV.
Oh, yeah. No, she got Attorney General.
Attorney General.
Yeah. And, but I mean, that's huge, too, if we can win that, because that's what it was really about, getting the House back. But living in Florida, it would have been nice. And someone said the other day, they're like, hey, Trump lives in Florida more than half the time down at Mar-a-Lago. He's like, do you really think he was going to allow to live in a state with a black governor?
Oh, Jesus. I'm
like, you got a point, I guess.
I don't even know who said that.
But, dude, it's so close. It was so close. Like, both the DeSantis and Gillum, we're talking like 1%.
See, you know the names. I don't know the names. You're way more into this than what you're saying you are.
I just really... You know what it is? It took having someone like Trump as president for me to get off my ass and start caring about
now you're
shit
caring,
like this.
Caring about your kid's future.
Did I tell you my kids cried when Trump got elected?
Because you made him sound like a
because
monster.
their mother put the fear of Trump. Like I talk about that.
Boogeyman.
I talk about that in my act. How I grew up. My parents lied to me about stuff. I lie to my kids because this is supposed to be the best times of their lives. They don't have to know about all the scary shit going on in the world. Like,
well, not now.
If they knew all the scary shit we knew, they'd walk around crying and drinking whiskey all day like I do. You know.
And then you wonder why you're about to have a stroke on stage. I walk around drinking whiskey all day. Kiss my ass, health.
Yeah, I'm not going to say Illinois, Springfield leans one way or the other politically, but I will say this, 97.2% Caucasian.
You didn't see one minority there at your shows.
I did. I saw a minority.
A minority. Hey, Tom.
A minority. Yeah. I felt like I related more to him than anyone else in the room. I was like,
I want to travel there.
I felt like doing the Underground Railroad. Like, I'm leaving Monday. I can take you with me. Who would have thought you'd find freedom in the South? But I showed you the map of Florida, though, the voting map, right? Of Florida, right before we started this.
Yeah, it's all
the
red
counties, and you look everywhere that's Democrat. It's
major city,
bustling, educated. You got Miami, you got Tampa, you got Jacksonville, you got Tallahassee, you got Orlando. It's like, and then everywhere else is where, that's my baby daddy, uncle, mother, father.
I tell you what, boy, we gonna get this house and get our guns back. Yow!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I'm also from a family, most of my family lives up north, but my immediate family, my brothers and my mom, my dad live down this way. They live in South Florida, a little further south, and they're all Republicans. So we get into this little
arguments on Facebook or whatever.
Yeah, not even arguments, because if it was like just logical arguments, they really don't have a leg to stand on. So it's all very emotional, blah, blah, blah. And, I don't know why people, especially since I'm not a Democrat, people love to throw Hillary at me when we start talking about Trump. They're like, well, Hillary. And I'm like,
dude, that's every Republican.
I'm like, dude,
I don't give a shit
Number
about
one, I'm not a Democrat. Doesn't affect me. Number two, yeah, I agree. She's not a great person. And number three, she currently isn't our president. So why are we talking about it? Like, everybody you can't question anything Trump's doing without someone saying, well, Hillary would have been, well, can't we just?
That's the fallback.
It's that whole look
leave him alone.
But my brother today had posted, he's like, just a reminder, Republicans vote today, Democrats vote tomorrow.
Cute.
And I wrote, the only reason I go to the polls is to cancel out your vote. And he wrote back, he's like, well, I appreciate you doing that because at least that way neither one of us screws it up, which was a good point. We voted, but it didn't mean anything.
It means shit.
And then my uncle came on. He's like, well, just to let you know, I got one of you covered. And he's a Republican. But the problem is he lives in Connecticut.
So his vote doesn't matter here.
So I wrote him back. I'm like, a Connecticut resident voting in Florida sounds just like the shady shit I expect from your side. And then he wrote, hey, any gigs this weekend?
Just diffuse the whole situation.
Yeah. So, and, it's funny with both my brothers because, well, I'll talk about my younger one. He is 30, 8 years on 34 years old, I believe.
Sure.
34 years old. And out of those 34 years, I think he's lived at home for 32 of them.
Damn.
Yeah. So whenever he gets into the debates with me, like, oh, yeah, these Democrats and these welfare people and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, dude,
you live with
I don't know why you would be bitching about free stuff. When's the last time you paid rent anywhere? What, you get all your food for free.
Damn, 32.
Yeah, 32. The problem with the world is freeloaders.
Well, they moved in with me. That old good line.
That's why I used to tell them to. I'm like, dude, at one point do you stop telling people you live with your parents and start going, I let my parents live with me?
Yeah, that good.
And when you bring a girl home, you're like, okay, here's the thing.
Ignore mom and dad.
We're gonna have to go in through the back window because it's after 2. Just because I don't want to wake them and then walking through the kitchen. Yeah, I'm into rocking horses and doilies. So what? This is kind of my thing. If you notice my kitchen, I did it all Southern colonial. See that wood duck toilet paper holder? I made that. I collect last unicorns. What?
I'm trying not to picture your family like these backwoods people. I'm like, wait, I thought you were more Italian.
Just to let you know, you ever see that country art like you see at flea markets and stuff where someone
Cracker Barrel?
Yes, where someone took like a 1-inch piece of pine wood, cut it out, then painted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they turn it into stuff. I had to explain to my mom, it took me well over a year. She had these 2 little scroll cuts. That's what they're called, scroll saw, wood cuttings.
Okay.
And someone had painted, it was a boy and a girl in blue overalls and basically sitting on little swings, and they hung from twine, the swings, and one was eating a watermelon, and they were painted black. So, like, we're talking, these were black children in overalls on swings. And she didn't understand that wasn't country art. That was the most racist shit you could possibly have hanging. And she's like, no, you're cute. I'm like, cute. Yeah, they're so cute. Why don't you take the rope off the swing, wrap it around their neck? Would that be even cuter?
See, you took it to a whole different dark level.
Dude, to walk it, I felt it was not appropriate. But
you?
Yeah. Dude, as much as you, yeah, I know. It's weird because if you listen to the show, you know Kermit's the racist one.
No. All right,
we got an email today saying they want to be a sponsor. They want to be a sponsor, even though Kermit's racist. I believe that was literally what the email said.
That's fake news. Fake news.
Look at you over
fake
there.
News.
You sure you're not Republican?
That's fake news.
It's against me. It's fake.
Against me. It's fake news. It's fake news.
Am I sounding Tony? Really, Tony? Or is that just coming through like that?
I feel like when you get like loud, I don't know what's going on. I feel like the gain's kind of wacky today. Hopefully it doesn't come in like that on the,
like super annoying.
I feel like we should not be talking about this as we're doing the podcast because that's funny too.
No, it's okay. It's what they're learning.
Embarrassing.
But you got a bunch. Speaking of equipment, you got a bunch of new equipment.
We got new lights, man.
Yeah,
and got some new stands, and we're gonna be upgrading the mic soon too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have to.
Yeah. Maybe that'll cut down on the Tony's thing.
Yep. Hey, so get off this politics crap. Enough. Let's talk about some fun stuff and some serious topics.
Okay. Fun stuff and serious topics?
Yeah, well, this is fun, but it's serious at the same time.
Okay, let's hear.
Are you taking part of, No Shave November, right?
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Are you doing that?
Actually, I'm not.
No, not either. Because I can't grow a beard. But that's not the point.
I can.
Yeah.
I have. But I think I've already broke it by just trimming up.
So you got No Shave November. Mm-hmm. But now you have No Nut November.
No Nut November?
No Nut November. Are you taking part of this?
Tell me about it.
Here are the rules for No Nut November.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot have sex, masturbate, or nut in any way, shape, or form.
I'm already out. Dude, you can't hit me with this. We're already 6 days in.
Watching pornography or having boners are allowed, but you can't nut.
Yeah, no, dude, 6 days in, I've failed this like 3 times a day.
Here's some rules.
Okay.
You're allowed to have only one wet dream.
How can you control your dreams?
If you have more than one wet dream, you're considered out. And let's see. Yeah, I don't know what you win for this. Probably isn't it bad to hold that in?
That's what I've always thought.
And if you pass this month with a total of 0 nuts, you are the victor. You should qualify for, get ready, for Destroy Dick December. Not recommended. This is all Urban Dictionary.
Yeah. I just got to say, I'm 42. This is a young man's game right here, okay? I'm 42. There will be plenty of no nut Novembers that I can't control in my future. You know what I'm saying? Like, there will be plenty of Novembers in my near future where I can't get it up and nut. So I'd say nothing but nut November
Nothing but
nut November is what we celebrate here at the Obligatory Podcast with Kermit and Myke. Nothing but nut.
Everything smells like bleach.
Nothing but nut. If you're a Kermit fan, nothing but nut in the butt. That's
whoa, what?
It tags it with that butt game you guys play around here.
Butt game.
Where where she
There's
comes
no
home
nut
and you're like bent over
butt.
showing your butthole off.
I don't bend over showing my butthole to everyone.
Really? Isn't that exactly what happened?
That was an accident. That wasn't like I planned it out.
You know what you sound like? You sound like every guy who's like, oh, I accidentally slept with your girlfriend. It was an accident. Oh, you tripped. Her clothes were off. You fell inside. How? You don't accidentally show someone a perfect shot of your butthole.
Dude.
Yeah.
It was an accident.
It was not an accident. You lured her in.
I lured it in.
Like, I want to see a dramatization.
I put little Reese's Pieces.
Dude, we need to do that.
From the bed.
We need to do a dramatization of how that happened. The same way they
me and you?
Not me. I'm not getting involved with
all right, we could do this.
But the
me
same,
and
you know, on all those like forensic files or the Snapped where they do the dramatization showing what they think happened. So you can't play you. You can discuss it, but we have to have someone else playing you. And then she can't play her. She can discuss it, but it also has to be someone else playing her. Maybe Jake in a wig or something like that.
All right, we could do this.
And we'll do like all the grainy photography. It'll be great.
Perfect.
And that's how we're getting. Oh, that would be great.
And that's how we'll go viral on this. My butthole.
No, but we can do reenactments of all embarrassing moments. But we'll do them like we'll treat them like the crime dramatization. And you know how it's funny? Because like I don't know who does the casting for those. But like whenever you see like, oh, she was murdered, and you're watching dramatization, you're like, oh, she was a pretty cute girl, and then you see the picture of the actual victim, you're like, no, I think they took some creative license with that casting because that girl's 80 pounds heavier.
Great. So we're gonna reenact my Black Hole Sun episode.
Black Hole Sun, won't you come? You know, I didn't know what Black Hole Soul. That's
Black Hole Soul
was about.
Black Hole Soul is you.
Someone told me. They told me this in high school when it first came out. They told me it was about coming down from heroin, and I just always believed that.
I think that's true.
Really? I don't know because I mean, I did a Wikipedia search on it once, and who was it? Chris. Who's the lead singer from Soundgarden?
Chris Cornell.
Chris Cornell. I think he basically pulled that thing where he's like, it means whatever it means to whoever needs it to mean what it means thing.
Oh, he did that BS.
Yeah, which definitely means it was heroin.
Yeah, he died from that. So I mean, that was him.
No, he's not dead, is he?
Yes.
Chris Cornell's not dead.
Chris Cornell is dead.
No.
Audio Slave. Black Hole Sun, Soundgarden.
Yeah, pull it up.
I'm 100% sure on that. And his daughter's a singer too.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah, I know I'm right.
Because his daughter, but Google it anyways. But Chris Cornell's daughter sang at the guy from Linkin Park's funeral, right?
Yeah, he died 2017 on May 18th.
Oh man.
Yeah, cause of death, suicide by hanging.
And that was also how
Black Hole Sun.
That's how Chester went out, the lead singer from Linkin Park, right?
Yeah, man.
So it seems suspicious.
It does seem suspicious. You make it to the top. Go out on a limb.
I don't know, but wasn't Chester also putting out videos about like Hollywood corruption and like
I don't
people
know, man. You white people love going out on a hiatus kind of hanging thingy. That's a weird.
What do you mean? Chris Cornell's not white.
He looks white here.
What is he?
He's white.
No, what's his background? What's
American.
his ethnicity. I always got that word wrong.
Well, they got him. Was an
Ethnicity.
American musician.
That just means he played music.
Dude, he was born in
America.
Seattle.
Yeah,
He's
but
white.
which Seattle? Seattle, Egypt?
No, but here he's born. They don't have his race or whatever. He's white, man. He's 100% white.
I don't know.
Come on.
I'm just tired of you automatically assuming everybody's white.
Well,
Like whenever there's a shooter, even if they have the last name Gutierrez, this white guy shot up the. Whoa, dude, he doesn't even speak English. Like, who was the guy who sent out the bombs last week? Was that a white dude? The guy they.
That's a black guy, I think.
No, pull it
Indian.
up. Pull it up.
What did I put? What do I type? Bomb.
Yeah.
Bomb. They just put bomb and something's gonna pop up.
Yep.
Where was it?
FBI's gonna be cracking in on your
bombing.
computer.
Yeah, I know. Bombing in.
That
what?
was down in Fort Lauderdale area, right?
And
he sent out the bombs, pipe bombs.
I don't freaking know. We got freaking bro news, man. We're horrible at this.
No, just put in mail bomber.
The one that did to Hillary, right?
He did it to everybody.
And he did to
He sent
Robert
like
De Niro.
12. There he is, right there.
He's white.
Pull it up though. He's not white.
And he's the one that had the van that had all the
he
stickers
had the creepy
and
van.
shit.
But what's his name? Let's find out about him. Should have been covering this last week.
No,
What's his name? Caesar Sayoc. You're telling me that's a white dude? Caesar Sayoc?
Yeah, man, that's white, man.
That is not.
No, that's like some kind
Look
of
at he's got your hairline.
Fuck you.
He tattooed that shit on this morning.
You son of a bitch.
Caesar Sayoc race.
Is that what you're typing?
Yeah.
What's it coming up as?
Yeah, we'll find out. I'm just tired. Is Caesar Sayoc Seminole or Native American?
See,
Caesar Sayoc claims to be affiliated with Seminoles, but tribe disavows any connection. Gee, go figure.
Oh, no.
From the pro-Trump stickers on his white van to the profile information on his Twitter account, Caesar Sayoc, the Aventura man, arrested Friday for allegedly mail bombing by.
Screw that guy, man.
I guess. Wow, here's something fun. From male dancer to male bomber.
That's right. He wanted to be a stripper.
Caesar Sayoc toured country with all-male stripper troupe, former friend says. Yep. So there's that.
There's that.
13 years ago, male bomb suspect Caesar Sayoc traveled the country leading a mixed-race troupe of male exotic dancers. He ran scams and had a temper, but a fellow dancer who was African-American said he never expressed racism or homophobia.
That's how it always is.
Thank God for small things. So.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to share with you, man. I had a
you
good
wanna
week
share?
while you were gone.
Oh, yeah? What'd you do?
My boy Jacare Souza got a TKO at UFC to 230.
Jacare, dude, he was
guy's
the
what
one.
he mixed for.
He lost his last one, right?
He did lose his last one.
Was he the one that got cracked in the eye? Had the orbit damage? Or?
No, that
Okay.
was Alan Patrick.
Oh, okay.
This was another one. He lost his last fight to Kevin Guzman,
Mm-hmm.
and that was in Brazil.
So he won this one, though?
But he won this one with a TKO. And he knocked
What round?
third round, 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Hit him right on top of the temple, and knocked him out. And it was great, man. And that means my rate just went up
Because you train him.
That's right, baby. Hit him with a cross. He didn't do any jiu-jitsu. Stand up only. It was a great card. Then Daniel Cormier versus Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis lost, and Daniel Cormier won, of course, submission. Derek Lewis is a fighter, dude. He's like the ghetto raunchiness that the UFC needs. So they had him at Madison because they fought at Madison Square Garden, and they interviewed him before the fight. And
Right.
like, Derek, what do you do for your diet? What do you eat? To keep your diet going. He's like, well, usually if my wife was here, I'll eat her ass, but We're like, whoa, what? This is on
Wow.
Fox News.
Whoa.
This is on Fox Sports. I
Hey, you
mean.
just put that right out there, huh? And they didn't bleep it?
No,
They didn't?
'cause he didn't say anything really bad. He's just going like, I usually eat my woman's ass, but I've been eating.
Which, as we've discussed on this cast before, you don't care for.
Nah, I'm not a fan of that.
You're not a fan.
No, man, no, not at all. Why are you giving? Don't look at me like that.
I'm just saying. But so if ass eating was on the ballot today,
I would say no.
you would have said no.
No.
But what if they tagged ass eating in with?
Oh,
What would ass eating have had to been on the ballot with for you to give it a other? And of course, what we're talking about is like the whole vaping, like the bundling shit.
the bundling thing, yeah.
But what do you love so much? It would have been a hard
pass.
Yeah, like what if they had a anti-video game bill?
No, it'll be like ass eating and Taco Tuesdays to get rid of Taco Tuesdays. So I'm like, wait, what?
But I'm sorry. If you allow Taco Tuesdays, then ass eating is off the menu for me. At least on Tuesday / into Wednesday.
You're nasty, dude. You're a butt eater, man.
Me?
So
You
gross.
no, this isn't about me once
is
again.
about
You
you,
always
man.
try to flip this shit on
It's
me.
flipped on you, man. It's
You're
all
just
about
hanging
butt
out
eating.
in cabinets, showing off your butthole.
I am not hanging out in cabinets, motherfucker. In cabinets, like I'm like a garden gnome. I can just hang out in cabinets.
I love that thought so much.
Just like,
Next
hey, Mike,
year-
here's your spoon.
Next year for Halloween, you're a garden gnome.
An elf on a shelf.
And you're just, or we should put you in a lawn jockey costume and just go stand on people's yards and scare kids when they come
Son
by.
of a bitch, fuck you.
I think I'm going to be Freddie Mercury next year. I think I'm going to lose some weight.
And do cocaine.
Everything.
Everything.
Do everything. I just want to wear spandex and walk around with half a microphone singing "We Are the Champions."
Oh man.
We are the champions.
You didn't see the movie, did you?
I did.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did. It was.
It
really
got
good.
bad ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, but
Did it really?
got bad ratings from the critics. Critics.
Critics.
Critics. Thank you. But audience loved it.
Yeah. You know, it was. I've never been like a super fan of Queen, but like everybody else, I mean, you can't grow up and
So the
go
guy-
to sporting events and not hear Queen songs. I mean, We Are the Champions.
So it was a good
We Will
movie,
Rock
though.
You.
It wasn't boring
love-
documentary kind
No,
of.
I was surprised at how much I laughed during it, like how many great little quips they had in there and everything. And the actor they had playing Freddie Mercury did a great job.
Did he do a good job?
What I didn't know, because I didn't really follow the whole making of this film and everything else, I guess Sacha Baron Cohen
That's what I was saying. Sacha Baron Cohen
was originally they had like film scenes and stuff, and then
Right.
he had a fallout with the direction of it. And even the band in him had kind of like, from what I hear, Sacha Baron Cohen wanted to go more into like the actual
drug
drug and sex
drug
stuff.
and sex stuff.
Yeah.
Same thing with the whole Jimi Hendrix movie that they're trying to go out with.
Oh, really?
Andre 3000 did it from Outkast.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's already out, but he complained that he wanted to tap in more into the drug scene and the women and sex, and they did it. And that's why that movie never went to theaters. It went straight to like those Lifetime
Oh,
shows.
really?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that was out there.
exactly.
I'll have to go check it out.
Exactly. It's not a good.
But I
movie.
mean, as an actor,
it's boring as shit.
an actor, why wouldn't you be like, "Hey guys, I read the script. What we need is more sex and drugs."
Yeah, and they're like, no, they just focus on like they focus pretty much all about his lead up to Woodstock.
Right.
Such a boring movie.
Well, this one was. This one covered everything, actually. I mean, it didn't cover his early life, but it covered right from when he met the other members of the band. So pretty much,
I don't know the history of Queen, period. So
yeah, it pretty much started right when Queen was formed as a band. To they played Live Aid, which was a huge concert, and that was kind of the end of the film, like the topping point, showing their performance together at Live Aid. And and then he died of AIDS. So.
Oh, he died of AIDS.
Oh, you didn't know that?
I didn't know he died. I figured it was just cocaine like everything else.
No. He HIV, became like the huge thing in like 81, 82, I think. Maybe.
Right.
Maybe
I
right
guess I
around
was
then.
born that time, so I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. You were an AIDS baby.
I was an AIDS baby. Thanks.
I didn't have AIDS. That was the generation I was born into. And so it actually, the thing I didn't know about him is he had actually been like married to a hot chick and everything else. And like, he didn't even know he didn't come out according to the movie.
According to the movie,
He didn't start coming out with his homosexuality until he was already somewhat of a celebrity.
He was into dudes too.
Have you even seen a Freddie Mercury Queen video?
No, not at all, man. Not at all. I mean, I seen it on Wayne's World.
Yeah, no.
I don't want to look it up now.
Yeah,
I'll look it up later.
It doesn't take much. He's kind of like, even if you were friends with him when he was going around straight,
I just thought he was like a Prince kind of guy. He's like, like.
And you don't think Prince?
Oh, I know Prince was, but I mean, he was like kind of quiet about it. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think Freddie Mercury is like, he's Pakistani too. I didn't know that.
Dude, this is all new to me.
He was Italian.
I got introduced to Queen through Wayne's World.
Yeah, I think a lot of people did. I actually, I was working at a pizza shop, and one of the guys, when I was like 13, one of the older guys who worked there, he was just really into Queen and everything else. So I had listened to a lot of Queen songs before Wayne's World came out. But then when Wayne's World came out, that was like, what, 92, 93 maybe?
Wayne's World, party time, excellent.
But when that came out, that made Bohemian Rhapsody. It went to number one again.
1992. You were on the head on that one.
Bam. So yeah, that brought fame back to him and everything else. But yeah, they were a huge band, man.
Yeah, well, again, Wayne's World introduced him to me, so that's that.
Yeah. Yeah, you should go check it out if you like any of those autobiographical.
I do. It's not to go in a theater though and watch it, but again, you had time to burn.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't go to theater now and watch it. I'll wait till it goes on Netflix. Sure. For sure.
But the thing I hate about watching all those like historic films, like you didn't know that he died from AIDS.
Well, I knew he died. From AIDS.
So I was gonna say it'd be a surprise to you, but like when you know the shit, there's only one way this film can go. So there's never that buildup of like, oh man. Like when he first gets tested, I'm like, oh, I hope he gets good news. It's like he doesn't.
It's like the Stephen Hawking movie.
It's like watching Titanic, and there's one person in the theater going, maybe they'll miss it. And that's not the way the world works. There's no sequel behind this one. There's no.
So, yeah.
So, what you been wasting your time doing? I see.
Not comedy.
I know. It looks like you found a new passion. Like last month it was Spider-Man. You went out, bought a whole game system just to play one fucking game.
Why does it anger you? Don't.
Because
don't go into dad mode.
It just pisses me off.
Don't do it.
Because you have disposable income like that, and I don't.
No, I don't, man. I'm really tight ass with my money.
$400 so you can play a game.
500.
A game.
It was a high definition PlayStation. Was it 400 or 500? I don't know.
Either way, you had a Julia Roberts moment when you Julia Roberts, Pretty Woman.
Yeah.
When you told me the story about getting your game system. You ever see Pretty Woman?
Yeah, but I don't remember it.
Remember when she first goes in a store and she's a hooker?
Oh, and they like
they laugh at her and everything else, and she leaves and she cries, and they send her back again.
GameStop guy gave me like the whole you can't afford this shit.
You did. You had your Julia Roberts moment.
Yeah,
where you went in and
no sleeve shirt, no sleeve shirt, flip flop shorts. Just got off of training, sweaty.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to hear the back of the Spider-Man. Well, it's only $500. I don't know if you can really. I was like, oh, okay, man. I'll be right back. Put on the car.
Because you had forgot your wallet.
Yeah, I forgot my wallet. I left it in the car because I was like, I'm not going to buy it.
Because you did that thing where you're like, oh, well, my wallet's in the car. He's like, yeah, sure it is. We'll hold one for you.
I gave a commission to another guy to fuck. The guy didn't even know. He's like, oh, okay.
You're like, hey, were you the one who thought I wouldn't be back? Big mistake. Huge.
I bumped into him again when I bought this game.
Did you?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, yeah, you want to get Red Dead? I got Red Dead Redemption 2.
What's it about?
So you're a cowboy.
Well, thanks.
I'm a cowboy, and I waste my life. This game.
Is it like a shooter game?
It's the same people that made it's Rockstar Games. The same people that made Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, okay. So it's Grand Theft Auto, but you steal horses and still beat up prostitutes.
Right, all that. And I never played one,
mm-hmm.
and everyone's like, you don't need to play one. You can just get two. And I'm like, all right, let me just get this game because everyone's hype. The hype was huge, and it got great. It has you doing every little thing. You got to cook your food. If If you gotta take naps, you gotta sleep.
You actually gotta punch the keys to cook your.
You gotta groom.
That sounds ridiculous.
If you don't take a bath, people let you know, and it messes up your performance. You could die from like I don't know, whatever, like kind of like sickness, because you're not taking care of yourself, not taking medicine, you're not eating. You gotta take care of your effing horse. This damn horse gets more care, because if your horse dies, then you're screwed. And you gotta travel. It's not like you press a button then you teleport somewhere. You have to literally go around and travel on horse. It's so annoying. It's so freaking annoying. So that's an invest in my life. It's so stupid, but at the same time satisfying. And you gotta change clothes. It's like playing Barbie as a cowboy.
And how much time have you spent on this game in the past week?
Not much. I've been trying to limit myself. I only do it on the weekends. But like, it's easy. You could find you could start at one time and all of a sudden 4 hours pass. And only thing you did was
made breakfast.
Hunt, because you got to hunt for your food. You can't just go to the store and buy food. You got to hunt.
But there's stores.
not in the Wild West.
Yeah.
No, well, there's stores, but there's not good food.
When you go into town.
But you don't have money.
That's why you shoot people.
Right, you rob them.
Yeah.
And shit like that.
Yeah.
But, you rob them and shit like that. And, there's scenes. So, this scene here, I pulled this up. So, like I said, you have to, bathe yourself. But he doesn't bathe. You go into a hotel, you rent a room, and you get bathed. And you could pay for a whopping 25 cents to have some wench.
Which sounds like it wasn't a lot of time in those days.
But she can bathe you.
Yeah.
Let me know if I'm scrubbing too hard, okay?
Some parts of me probably ain't been this clean in months.
Well.
I need my cowboy balls washed.
So it's just, what are you doing with your controller while this scene's going on?
I literally have to push buttons to flirt with her and tell her to scrub my leg or scrub my arms. It's so stupid.
You must get some bad men in here.
The dialogue is horrendous.
Sure
This sounds like
this place.
This sounds like the part of a porno I would fast forward past just to get to the sex part.
Probably
So then,
been the toughest of my life.
all right, so then my buddy's like, hey, have you gotten to, I guess there's you go down south with an F.
So this is only if you want to do the missions, right?
No, that's
you
just
can't
part of-
just run around and kill people
No,
like
you
Grand
can't.
Theft.
You got to
have to
well,
do
you
this
can,
stuff?
but then you have bounty hunters. So you got to kind of, and it doesn't make the game kind of fun. Then you're running it all the time. You can't really do anything. So then my buddy's like, hey, did you do this? Did you go down south and do the outhouse scene or some scary scene? I'm like, what are you talking about? And apparently you get raped in this game, and I'm not looking forward to this. And I'm not going to do this mission.
And there's no cheat code around this?
That's what I said. And I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, look it up. So I went and looked it up. So you go down south, I guess Florida, whatever.
Yeah, that looks like a cracker hut.
Oh, you
what
son
happened?
of a bitch. Oh, here we go.
Real lonely out here, friend. So, you hungry, huh? I got food. I got food inside. Come on.
I like how the guy that's playing it, he pulled out his guns, but he still goes in the house and doesn't shoot him.
What you thinking, partner? Now come here.
So he knocks you out.
Ooh.
Don't you hate old Sonny now? Don't hate him.
This got very Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
Oh, you struggled. And you lost. But it was quite a tussle, I tell you. Quite a tussle, my pet. See? Friendship ain't so tough. And neither is you.
Fuck that. I'm not playing this scene. I'm not getting raped. I'm not getting my cowboy. I don't know what's going on here. And this right now, the on YouTube, the screen's black. So you wake up, so you heard the pants fall down and all that.
Oh, my Lord.
And he's gonna walk around funny now. Oh my gosh.
That's horrible, man.
He lost life.
Oh, that's just horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, I can't wait to get that achievement.
There's no other. It's the most ridiculous, stupid. Why?
I don't know why the game put it there, and my buddy's like, "Yeah, man, I got raped." I was like, "What do you mean you got raped?" He's like, "In the game, they raped me." I guess you got to go back and get revenge and kill the guy, but it's part of the game. And I'm like, I'm not looking forward to this part here, this game at all.
I don't even know what to say about that, man. I'm at a loss for words.
Yeah, I lost for words for this one.
What's this game rated? Here
Definitely-
comes the dad.
definitely-
What's this game rated?
I
What
mean,
kind of children?
definitely, probably R and C. I mean, it has to be.
What kind of sicko is like
'Cause they have
designing these
sex, they
games
have-
going,
they
we
have
got to
boobs."
have a scene where you get raped. That's not even, that's entertainment?
That's where we're going to, man.
It's ridiculous.
Thank God it's not virtual reality. No.
There'd be someone out there spend $1,200 on that specific chair to make that scene work.
Dude, and the game got 10 for 10 on IG Entertainment. It's like the #1 game.
They haven't got to that scene yet.
Never got that.
Oh, so yeah, here's something I forgot to mention. If you're done getting raped in video games for now, yeah, I didn't. Not this past Friday because I was up in Springfield, but the Friday before, went over to Full Sail University.
With a Ken.
Me, Ken Miller,
Heather
James
Shaw.
Sean, Heather Shaw, Dwayne Williams. I guess they, yeah, I guess they film a little TV show out over there. Well, Full Sail University, of course, is where it's film school, film, music,
Right.
everything else. But they also have like real studios over there, of course, and they do a lot of productions. And Ken had called me up, and I guess there's a woman named Robin Hoffman, and she films like a talk show out there where she brings on different people from different walks of life, and they wanted to do a show talking to comedians. And so,
the hell was Dwayne there then for?
well, they wanted me, James, and Kevin as people who make a living doing this.
Season.
He's old, yeah. They wanted Dwayne as the young upstart, or the, that perspective, I guess. And then they wanted Heather Shaw
And
there.
a lesbian.
Yep. And yeah. So, but I just got a message that's
Wait, what was
actually-
Ken? The season 2 or?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I just got a message that's actually you can view that. You can go to.
Oh, you could actually we could watch this?
Yeah, you can watch it now. You can go to check it out on YouTube. Go to the Facebook page. It's under Hoffy's Heart, HOFFY''S Heart on Facebook, and it has the links and everything to the YouTube. But it was actually, they asked some pretty good questions. They did. They filmed 2 shows every time they get together, and the segment before us, the show before us, was like veterans, and so they had done them, and I think it was right to do them first, veterans of war, and
Okay.
then comedians next, because
Yeah, that would have been weird.
Yeah.
Following that.
yeah. So it was interesting, though. It was a good time. We got to talk and discuss some stuff. And yeah, I was actually really happy it was recorded, because at one point, Ken turns around in the middle of something. He's like, Myke writes all the time. He's like the best writer I know. I'm like, thanks, man. That means a lot. Because Ken's like one of the funniest guys I know. And then
Look at you having a bro moment.
yeah, I did too. And then James John had said something nice about me. I'm
I like to eat.
Is that all it takes to get people saying, I got to put a camera on people to get things nice said about me? And it threw me off so much that I didn't have anything to say back.
And someone right, thanks.
Yeah, appreciate that. So yeah, check that out. Other than that, I'm home this weekend, but I'm actually working on a project and doing a lot of writing. I'll hit you up about that when we get off air.
Yeah.
And then next week, I am in Palm Harbor, Florida, at Snappers Comedy Club with Kevin White. I'm headlining out there. We got shows Wednesday through Sunday, I believe.
Damn.
Yeah.
It's a long weekend.
Yeah.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
No, it's a good run.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun out there.
Okay.
A good time out there. Palm Harbor, of course, is right next to the Sponge Docks of Florida. And you can't have a good time at the motherfucking Sponge Docks.
Motherfucking sponge.
I'm like, so this is where all those contraceptives come from. It's That's not true at all.
It probably is.
It's a lot of Greek food.
It's
in that
so
whole area.
Greeky.
You been out that
Yes.
way? Yeah.
Yes.
You like octopus? Nope. Nah, don't try the hot dog. What? Never
Yeah,
mind.
it's very Greeky.
Yeah, it is. Very, very Greek.
Baklava for everyone.
Why have you gone out there? Why have you gone out there?
I went out there as like a date thingy, whatever.
That's a long way for a date.
I think we were driving to Key West, and it's kind of like on the.
It's not even on.
Wait, no, I went to a sponge dock. It's not that
Okay.
one. Probably, I don't know. It's the same shit. They're all the same. They're all the same.
Having been to one, I feel quite
All
comfortable
sponge
saying
docks.
all
They're
sponge
all the
docks
same
are the
shit,
same.
dude. They're all the same
The
shit.
dock was actually made of wood. It was a big fucking lie. I want my $2 back.
It's bullshit.
Oh well, you got anything going on this week?
No, probably just gonna go check out Earthquake.
Oh.
At Improv.
What's the off night shows this week at the Improv?
Some weird show.
Like tomorrow night's the
Tomorrow night's
open
weird.
mic.
I was gonna. Am I going to the open mic tomorrow?
Yeah, what's
No,
going on? What's going on Wednesday and Thursday this week over at the?
I'm gonna go check out Kyle Kinane tomorrow.
at Back Booth.
Yeah, he's funny.
Mm-hmm.
He's super. Oh, that's not
He's also the voice of Comedy Central. Like whenever you hear advertising,
Mm-hmm.
that's his voice.
Let's see. Tomorrow's a weird one. 25 to Life.
Oh, who's on that show? It looks like
know.
Steve Eric, Renee Bray, and who's that other random guy?
I don't know who these people are.
I know Renee Bray.
Yeah, Renee Bray.
I know Steve Eric. Steve's good people.
So that's what's going on tomorrow.
Renee Bray has been called the female Ron White. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably because she does all his jokes.
Yeah. Jesus.
Nah, it's true.
No. Okay. No, it's true. That's it. That's pretty much what's going on.
And yeah, oh, there's that fucking puppet you're hosting for.
Hey.
Hey.
I'm hosting for Joselito.
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 Puppy.
That's next month.
And you said his show was sold out, right?
Sold out, baby.
Man.
Dude, I'm not gonna knock it. Sold out.
Yep. So what is it? You go up, you host.
Yep.
Then he goes up as himself.
No, he brings up another comedian.
He brings up another comedian.
Yeah. Name Scrap. Comic Scrap.
And then he goes up as the puppet, or he
No,
does
he's
it
a feature. There's two separate people.
Yeah.
Everyone always confuses the feature as the puppet guy. He's not. They're two different people.
Okay, I thought you had told me that the puppet guy actually does a set as himself. At one
No,
point.
not at
No?
all.
Okay.
It's a puppet show from start to finish when he goes out there.
Okay, and people love it.
People freaking eat it up.
And he's just doing like every single
Well, no, he has a set. I give him that.
ethnic type. It's tough being a Puerto Rican puppet.
Probably. Honestly, I haven't watched his set like from start to finish. I
Have
don't
you
even know
s-
what the hell I was doing. I don't know why I didn't watch
Have
it.
you seen John Leguizamo's new special?
I heard it came out. I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I started watching it today.
Is it good?
It's just more as a white guy.
Screw white people, all Hispanics.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that
yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
You'll love
about.
it. It's how Hispanics did everything. White people took everything.
Sounds about right.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
yeah. I can't hear you from up here.
Son of a bitch.
All right, man.
Well, nice to have you back.
Yeah, thanks. Sorry to make you sit through Jake and Joe last
Dude,
week.
I had it covered. It was rough. No, they did a good job.
No, it sounded like everything went good.
It went
man.
well.
Yep.
Well, guys and girls, this is episode 41. You can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play if you want to look at us. Of course, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Oh, if you're wondering, episode 40 Halloween edition will be coming out soon
Woo, woo.
on YouTube. Also, the Halloween roast that you were on is going to be coming out soon. I'm going to chop that up. And that's it, man.
That's it.
That's it. Well, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, and remember, I'd say get out there and vote, but it's too late. You did nothing. And it's all
did
your fault.
Nothing.
Did nothing.
Did nothing.
12 minutes of my day wasted.
All right, man. Adios.
Bye.